She's been a teacher in Mesa where I live for 33 years, and she does this presentation for many organizations, so she knows what she's doing, and we're really happy she was volunteering her time for us too. So welcome. Thank you. Okay, so first of all, how many of you know about Request to Speak? Okay. How many of you have Request to Speak accounts? How many of you use those accounts regularly?
Twice.
Look at those numbers, crowd.
That trickled down.
If you want an account and don't have one yet, I can pass this around. All we need is your email, first name and last name. It is necessary to have the account set up for you at the Capitol, but once the account is set up, you can use it from any computer, anywhere, anytime. So, so the organization that has put this together is called Civic Engagement Beyond Voting. It's great to get everybody fired up about voting, but as you were just hearing, it really takes more than just voting. We need to be more engaged with our legislators, so that's what this is about. Okay, so I love this slide because of the statement from our Constitution, which everybody takes an oath to uphold. All political power is inherent in the people. Our founders were very big on people power, and we need to get back to that concept. Okay? So this is just basically what the screen will look like. You could be sitting in your recliner, you could be sitting on the dock.
Dock of the bay.
The dock of the bay, wherever you are. You could request to speak, and this is what freaks everybody out. You don't actually have to speak. But if you've ever been to a city council meeting or school board meeting and you wanted to speak, you had to sign in a request to speak. That's what this has evolved from, to become an electronic means of communication, like I said, from anywhere, at any time, but there are specifics that go with it, so we'll go on to the next one. So, okay, it's a tool. You give your feedback to the legislators on particular bills. This is specific to individual bills. It's not just in general about a topic. It has to do with specific bills. As you can see on the screen, you can say thumbs up or thumbs down, or maybe you're neutral on it. If you want to speak, and this middle section here does have to be filled out. If you want to speak, you have to click yes, and you're pretty much guaranteeing that you're going to be in the committee that's hearing the bill at the date and time that it's being heard, and you're gonna come up and speak because they're gonna call your name. If you don't wanna speak, click no, and then leave your comments. This is a public record attached to your name, so be careful with comments. Appropriate language, proofread for spelling, capitalization, all that kind of stuff. It is a public record, it is seen by the legislators, so you want to, again, make it appropriate. And then you click submit, okay? So, many ways of finding out who your legislators are. You really can't see anything on this map, but you can go to a website, you can go to the Arizona legislature website, and if you want to write this down, I don't know if this is anywhere in the presentation. Oh, okay, azredistricting.org, or if you go to azleg.gov, azleg.gov, there's a tab for finding who your legislator is. How many of you do know what your district is? What your district number is? Okay, then you got
Or you
this.
could just go to find your legislator.
Right.
That'll take you there too.
Right, exactly. Okay, next. So this is when you go to azleg.gov, which doesn't show up here, but this is the home screen. They may change it before next session, I don't know. But, is it working? Yes. No, it's not showing up. Okay, so the request to speak tab is where you'll go when you get ready to activate this, to use this system. Request to speak is right here. This is the one that you would use if you're trying to find out who your legislator is. You just click on it. Okay, it's azleg.gov. Okay. This one I don't want to spend too much time with because this is more kind of a flow chart of at what point in the process of a bill becoming a law do you want to make contact, either in favor or against. And I will say, a lot of the success of some of these organizations comes in stopping bad bills from proceeding. It's not always passing what you want. Sometimes it's preventing bad things from going forward. So we can skip that one. Okay, so after your account has been set up, and like I said, it does have to be activated at the Capitol, and there are several people on one of them that goes down to the Capitol multiple times a week, and we just stand at the kiosk and set up these accounts. An email will be sent to you with a generic password. This is what it looks like when you sign in. Sign into your account with your email and your password. The first time, it'll come up like this. The next time, if you don't log out, if you stay, you keep it on your computer, the next time when you go into the request to speak tab, it'll look like the one where the red arrow is, the second one. And this is a couple years old, but it shows how you have voted so far, what issues, what bills you have weighed in on, and what you've said so far. Okay? Oh, before you go. This here, this index here, right now we're in the, whatever that says, I don't know.
It says home.
Okay, yeah, the home, but, okay, this hasn't been updated. There is a manual that you can go through that shows how to use it. You can click on that manual, there's a little video showing you how to use it. It's pretty basic, it's not comprehensive at all, but it's something. Because it can be a little confusing to actually use it, as you know. Okay. Okay, so when you have signed in, it's recommended that you go to click on your name, that red arrow over in the far right, and then update personal information. You want the legislators who see your comments to know that you're a registered voter, so you need to put in your voter registration information. The birth date is required, and then one of the three verification, the last four of your social security number, your driver's license, or your voter ID number. Any one of those three, it doesn't have to be all three. Click verify, they will, again, just to verify that you are a registered voter. You don't have to be a registered voter, but if you're commenting on bills and the legislators see that you are a registered voter, they may pay more attention. So that's recommended.
Or they're gonna think you're from California trying to disrupt Arizona.
Or some, yeah.
Carpetbagger.
Okay, next one. Okay, so now there are two sides to this application. There's the request to speak. If you're ready, you know what you want to say. Bill status inquiry is if you're at a point where you still need some more information. Go to the next one. Okay, so you're ready to speak. You've done, whatever you need to do. You know what you want to say. You're in the request to speak side. Select new request from this along here. Select new request. You're gonna, if you don't already know the bill number, there's a way to search for it. I think this is in the next slide. Yeah. So search bill number. You can put in like ERA, you can put in education. If you know the number, put it in. And you don't have to worry if it's a House bill or a Senate bill. Just start typing in the number and it'll populate. And you can see it says, are you focusing on the Senate or the House? The other one that's highlighted in blue says both. That's kind of the default, and that's the one that I always use. It's easier, that's all. Okay, next one. So then you record your position. Are you for it? Are you against it? Are you neutral? Do you wish to speak? And you have to, again, you have to decide if you're gonna be in the committee and you want them to call your name and you're gonna come down and speak to them, then click yes. If you're not gonna do that, by all means click no. And the last one that says if necessary, that's kind of up to the committee chairperson, that's not up to you. They decide if they want to hear from more people, if they have questions. But if you're not sure you're gonna be there, or you're not sure you're brave enough to go speak, you can click if necessary, and then leave your comments. And that's it. Okay, If you are not at that point yet, you wanna do a little research, you wanna find out about what's happening in the next committee hearing, or, oh, and by the way, I should have said this at the beginning. This is only usable for bills that are being heard in committee. This is, again, not just, in general or whenever, it's specific bills that are being heard in a specific committee at specific times.
So even a bill that's not being heard, you can still do the up, down, cause then it shows that you want it to be heard, you just can't speak cause it's not in a committee hearing, right?
That's a little sneaky way of getting around it. There is a way to get to recording your position,
Yes.
even if it's not being heard in a committee.
Right, which is what we had to do for the ERA.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. But this is assuming that this is a bill that you have a concern about,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Okay, so this is the bill status inquiry. Okay, so this is what the screen will look like. Gives you an overview. You can see that at the top, the blue section, the different tabs that you can click on. The one that says RTS current bill positions, if you click on that, you will see how many people are for it, how many people are against it, and the names. And this is one of the first things that I look at to see, who's weighed in so far, who's made their opinions known so far. The documents, if you click on the documents, you can get a summary of what the language of the bill actually is, and that's helpful. Again, if you're not exactly sure, or if you want to use some of those points in your comments, that's a useful tab also. The RTS current bill positions, again, it lists everybody's name. So when you submit your position, your name is a public record, it shows up. And it's very interesting when those, there's this much of the page shows people who are for it and this much shows people who are against it. You can point that out to your legislator to ask them why they voted the way they did or didn't. Okay, next one. When you're in, current bill positions, this little box at the top where you can kind of rough draft your comments, nobody sees that except you. But if you're not sure exactly what you want to say or how you want to say it, but you don't want to forget your thought, you can write that, you can, input that, and it'll store for you, and then when you're ready, you can go back to the request to speak side and add that to your comments, or put that in your comments. Okay, but yeah, you can see this particular bill, exactly one person was for it, and a whole long list of people against it. And I don't know, this is from 2 years ago, I think. I don't know how this bill came out. Okay, that's fine. This is getting a little wonky here, depending on how much time you want to spend on this. You can track what happens to your bill, what general topic it's in. You can set up a list of education or gun violence or women's rights or whatever, and then track different bills that address that issue. Okay. So again, when you're in the bill status inquiry side and you see the alerts, you can again keep track, because sometimes these bills, it takes a long time to get through the process, and you can forget about them. Other bills come into play or whatever, so this is a way to help you keep track. Again, it's a little wonky, it's a little complicated, depends on how involved you want to be, but it's available.
And these alerts will tell you when that bill number is coming up to be heard. So in the past, I used to do weekly legislative alerts and I had to look up every single bill. And now I don't, because I just put them in my personal progress list, and when they're coming up, then they'll alert me. So it's very helpful.
Yeah, if there are issues that you really want to keep on top of. Okay. So for this particular person, again, you can set up as many lists as you want. You can keep track of bills on, however narrow a topic you're interested in. But these are all of hers. She just shared hers. Okay. It's encouraged, as we've been talking about other means of communicating with legislators, email, put the bill number in the subject line. If you're a constituent, let the legislator know that. I'm so glad we don't have Chairman Yarborough anymore, but. Okay, go ahead. Ready? Yeah. Okay, so how do you keep track of bills if you don't have the time to set up? Okay, this legislative update comes out once a week. Melinda Iyer spends her time researching all these bills and putting this out. That email, that sheet that I sent around, if you want a request to speak account set up for you, if you get on the email list for this, this will be sent to you usually Saturday or Sunday, and then it lets you know what's coming up in the coming week.
I also do one from State Now, National Organization for Women, and ours comes out again Saturday or Sunday. They don't meet on Friday, so they've done all their damage. And then they have the schedule up usually for the next week. So it comes out weekly too. If you want to get on that list, you need to give me your email and I'll put you on it.
Yeah, Save Our Schools Arizona also
Right.
sends out emails. I'm not sure what they're going to continue with next year, if they're gonna have a weekly update, but if you'll go to the next one, I think. Yeah, this is a really important section of the newsletter. What can you do? Depends on how much time you want to spend. And Melinda will kind of prioritize if you have a little bit of time, if you have more time, if you have a whole lot of time, suggestions for how to keep on top of what's happening and how to let your legislators know what you want them to know. Okay. This is another one, the Save Our School. These two organizations kind of got going around the same time, and it had to do with the Red for Ed movement primarily. Save Our Schools Arizona is focused strictly on education issues. Civic engagement beyond voting branches out to more than, I mean, it includes education, but it includes more than that also. So, let's see. But they do the same thing. You know, keep track of bills that are pertinent, let you know what their position is, what their concerns are, and how you can take action. Okay, next one. So, what can you do? Sign up for the weekly update, which if you've signed that sheet that's been going around, you'll get on that email list. Use the request to speak system. And this is, again, a lot of people get their account set up and then never look at it again, or look at it and go, I don't know what to do with this. In the last session, if you're on Facebook, by all means go to the Civic Engagement Beyond Voting page. We would set up, we called them office hours, and somebody would hang out at a Starbucks. Starbucks was very welcoming to us. In fact, I've got this on my computer here. I would, sit and
Questions about RTS, ask me.
But here's the thing, we would post it on Facebook. I'm gonna be at this Starbucks at this date and this time. Somebody else is gonna be, we try to have people in various places around the valley. The one that I went to in Chandler, I was there like 3 or 4 weeks in a row and nobody showed up. We'd set up all these accounts, people don't know how to use it, they don't want to take the time to follow the bills and get well versed in it. I was there to show them, to walk them through, because it really is the kind of thing, hands-on, you have to actually be at your computer and use it to really get comfortable with using it. But if you go to the Civic Engagement Beyond Voting Facebook page and look at their events, we'll probably be starting that up when the session gets started again in January. So find a place that's convenient to you, let them know that you're coming, or ask if anybody could be somewhere to meet. You can meet somewhere that's convenient to you. Okay, one more. It's always helpful to do something with a friend, so find somebody else to go down to the Capitol with, or to go through the weekly update and send your emails or make a request to speak. Different organizations, obviously, you're involved with ERA here. Whatever else is an issue that concerns you, find a group to be involved with. The more people, again, I think we need to go one more slide. Okay, there's the website, cepv.us is the Civic Engagement Downloading, cepv.us. And their Facebook page, if you just start typing in Civic Engagement, it'll come up. One more, this is the thing. all political power is inherent in the people. That's us. But if we don't take it, if we don't use it, you lose it. So,
That's awesome.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, I think that, I just set up 2 accounts. It used to be a requirement, and I don't think it's a requirement anymore, that you have to get registered at the Capitol with the kiosks.
Yes, it is. Now, there is a way to set it up remotely, but you can't use it until it's been activated at the Capitol. It has to be activated with the password.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I just set up 2 other fake accounts here.
Did you get an email? Well, I don't know if there's anything going on today, but I don't think you'll be able to use it. Actually, I've heard that this may be a bill in the next legislature to allow people to sign up, that you don't have to come to the Capitol. It made sense to me. I understood why they wanted the initial setup to be at the Capitol. Like you say, you don't want somebody from California or Colorado or, Iowa.
But then they are expecting people from Yuma or Snowflake to have to be at the Capitol building to use this resource. So
Just to set it up,
I know, but that means they have to travel at least
No,
once.
they don't. They can sign up on it. There are lots of organizations that do what we do.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
that's a workaround.
It is a
Yeah.
workaround, yeah. I hope that passes that, make
Yeah.
it easier.
I don't know, Diane, if you know anything about that, that they're contemplating making it easier to set up the account. But I do know what you're saying, but I have gone to the Capitol. Somebody has set up an account, but they can't use it until it's been activated. And I've been,
Activated by whom? By
somebody going to the Capitol, putting in your email address and the password that you told me that you're gonna use, and I activated at the kiosk at the Capitol.
But then after nonprofits go ahead and do that, you still can go online and change your password.
Right.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes, oh,
Yes.
absolutely. You would always start out with a generic password, but then you go back and change it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have to be registered to vote too?
You do not have to be registered to vote. Again, if you are registered to vote, you should complete that part so the legislator knows that you're a registered voter. They pay attention to voters more than others. But I have done this presentation in a high school class with kids who were too young to register, but were still concerned about a bill that was in the process last year, so.
It's a way to get kids involved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I got a bunch of them registered too.
Yeah.
So, anything else?